lovely friends of Gemini and all cross watchers. Welcome to Cosmos and Spread. My name is Michelle Rogers. So thankful to have you on my channel today. Before I get going, I just want to say a few things. There are some upcoming changes to my channel that are actually very exciting to me. I don't want to give them away at this point, but today this will be what I'm going to call a weekly quickie. So next week I will be coming back and doing a full-fledged everything scrying, everything that usually takes around an hour for the monthly. But I am going to have a lot of changes, some beautiful things happening. I just don't want to give everything away just yet. So the next thing is, before I begin, the scammers are very incredible right now. So please, please, please know I will not reach out to you at any time to solicit my services for a reading, okay, or to contact me for anything. You would have to contact me first and ask me for a reading through the, if you go to the About section or in the description below, you will see how you can contact me. And if you contact me there, then I will answer you back. But I will never give you a WhatsApp number to contact me with or give you a link to click on or anything like that other than what is set up on my actual YouTube channel in the About section or in the description box, okay? So please don't fall for that. And if you see anything like that, I ask that you please report them. If you see it before I can get to it and delete them and report them, I'm reporting them as fast as I can. However, they're like I said, they're just incredible, and I don't want to give them any more energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and go. All right, so Gemini, what came through in prayer and meditation for your reading was, first and foremost, my heart. It was all of a sudden, as soon as I asked into the Akashic records and the highest realm of Christ consciousness, boom, my heart was just like this. Okay, so I felt this huge anxious feeling, this overwhelming, something going on here. And so then I was shown in vision. It was as if I was up in the cosmos. Okay, and of course, the cosmos, the background of it is very dark. Okay, but there were so many stars surrounding me that it literally lit up everything. Okay, it was beautiful. So what I interpreted from that was that for many of you, that while you're shining your light, or you're increasing in frequency, you're going about your creation, something that, this could be a new job or new hobby, or just something that you're doing for, just absolute fun. But you're going about doing something and you're being attacked. Okay. So I really feel like this is for many of you, being attacked. This could be in ways of being put down. This could be drama going on around you. This could be distractions, and it could also be your own self-doubt that that like Spirit may have this big, huge, shining star for you to be, and you're right there for some of you, but you're allowing self-doubt or other people's opinions or other people's distractions to keep you stuck and held back. Okay. So also what I felt was, for some of you, that you're getting ready to shine through that darkness. Okay. And this darkness can make you feel like at a loss. It can make you feel sad. It can be a really heart-wrenching feeling, but Spirit's saying you're going to be able to push through that darkness, and at some point in the near future, you're going to be able to eradicate that darkness with all that light. Okay. And it was just absolutely beautiful. And so then as soon as I felt that and saw that, I then felt my 6th and 7th chakras open instantly. And so that was my third eye and the crown chakra. Okay. I felt them open instantly. And what that was telling me was that your frequency is actually rising right now. Okay. And so what I'm needing you to begin watching for these next things. Okay. Some of you may realize that, let's say you're having dreams, and in your dreams you're traveling places. You're like going to different planets, different realms. You're meeting people from other realms or other beings, advanced beings. It could be that you're having vision dreams. It could be that you're having visions as you're going to sleep or as you're waking up, or you're hearing people talk from other realms as you're going to sleep or as you're waking up. You may be having some very beautiful experiences, or at least some interesting experiences, things that you've never experienced before. Or for some of you, you could already be experiencing these things, but the intensity of them will increase. Okay, so you may have them more frequently, or they may be more intense, or you may a lot of times we're only allowed to remember bits and pieces of things, so you may remember more than you normally do, but there's definitely an increase in frequency. So and these would definitely be things that are taking place within the awakening process. And I also feel like it's going to be a good idea, if you don't already have a dream journal or some type of journal beside your bed or where you sleep, that it's a very good idea to keep one beside you. And as soon as you wake up, if you realize you've been traveling or you had this really odd dream that seems so real, you need to please write that down and begin writing everything down, all these experiences, date, time, and remember that everything within these dreams or visions has meaning. The time of day, who was there, where were you, what did it look like, how did you feel? Was there a building? I mean, when I say everything has meaning, everything has meaning. Okay, so try to be as detailed as you can, because if you begin having 4 or 5 of these after a week, you're not going to remember every little detail of the first one. Okay, so it's very, very important. And then that way you can begin to start learning how to interpret your dreams or your day visions, whatever these experiences are for you. And if you're already an interpreter or writing these things down, your ability to be able to interpret will increase. Okay, so it's going to be very beautiful for you. So I'm going to go ahead and use this deck. Spirit has already told me the 2 decks to use, and this is one of them. This is Sacred Spirit by Anna Stark. This is a spiritual awakening deck. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, please show me, tell me, or both, what does the zodiac sign of Gemini need to know for the next 7 days, please? What does the zodiac sign of Gemini need to know for the next 7 days, please? Oh, I don't think it was that one. This one, Spirit? No. That was my fluke. Okay. That one, Spirit? Yes. Okay. More from this deck. Yes. Okay. Whoa. These, Spirit? No. What guidance would you like to give Gemini, please, Spirit, for the next 7 days? What guidance, please? Thank you, Spirit. This one? Yes. Ooh, that was strong. More from this deck. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell Gemini, please, next 7 days? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. This one? Yes. More from this deck. Woohoo, yes. Very strong pull. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, I hope we got that one. This one? Yes. Okay, more from this deck, Spirit. Nope, we're going to stop there. Okay, thank you. Okay, so We had this one that came out first. Number 1, align your universe. Yes, navigate distractions. Cannot make this stuff up. Distractions. And look, in the universe, the cosmos, cannot make this up. Isn't that amazing? Okay, it says align your universe. So yeah, there are definitely going to be some distractions for you. I will read. I'm going to look and see which ones I want to read. These are all very long. Just a moment. 23, lead the way, light your own path. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, 29, open intuition, seek clarification. Yes. And secret temptation, being led astray. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, give me just a moment. Okay. I'm going to read the last two. So, I'm going to start with this one. The number 1, align your universe, navigates distractions. Now, it's going to be very important to understand. First of all, you're going to know what the meaning of the number 1 is. And you all, you know that I do recommend that you please look up the angel number, whatever number that I give you. So you, in this instance, that would be angel number 1, because that way you can get an even more detailed information about how to help you on your journey. Okay. And again, anytime you research anything, please use your intuition. Only use what resonates with you. So the number 1, that is a representation that of the magician, that there's new growth. Okay, there's a new cycle or a new birth of something, a new opportunity. It's planting that seed that you want to build. Okay, let's say you have an idea. You just come through something and the cycle has ended. You know, it could have not been so pleasant, and then again it could have just been an ending of some kind, and all of a sudden now you're in this new cycle. Okay, now during this new cycle we start with the number 1 here, and this number 1, this is when you have this magician type energy, when you're creating for your cycle. Okay, the beginning of your cycle is creating your cycle that you're going to be in for some time. So when you're at that number 1 phase, it's very important that you really, the feelings that you want to emit out into the universe are those of love and happiness, balance, peace. It's a real important time to stay grounded and make sure that that seed that you're planting in this moment is what you want to return to you. Okay, so for instance, if you're around a lot of distractions, let's say, okay, you have this, and this planned, and on these certain dates. Okay, well, these dates come, and all of a sudden this one over here is calling you, and this one over here that's calling you knows you have this planned, and then this one over here knows that on this date you have this planned, and then all of a sudden work calls you on this day, and oh well, you had planned to take off that day, I already had it set up, example, right? But and then so it's like, so you had all this stuff planned, but distraction, okay? And Spirit's saying, oh, wait a minute. Do you want the rest of the cycle to be distractions? Because remember, what you are emitting out, and just think of this, that's going to make you feel overwhelmed. It's going to make you feel lost. It's going to make you feel sad because you're not being able to complete the tasks that you're trying to complete during this cycle. Okay, the things that you're trying to create or bring into your surroundings or into your household or into your body, mind, and spirit. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest into your reality, if you can't get that manifested because you're allowing all these distractions to interfere Well, the universe, according to the universal laws, will say, okay, well, if that's what you want, I'll just give you more of that. And then talk about really being overwhelmed by the time the cycle is at its end. Okay. So Spirit's saying now with this number one, it's time for you to go ahead and align yourself. Okay. It's going to be very important for grounding and meditation. Okay. And there's many forms of that. Do what you feel, as long as it's going to keep you in the moment. Okay. That is a form of grounding, and that is a form of meditation. Okay. But it will help you to able to bring your focus on your goals. And it's kind of one of these things, people might say, oh, well, hey, Gemini is being selfish because Gemini is always busy doing this. Okay. Right now, this is a good selfish. Okay. Sometimes we give and we give and we give. And here's the thing that I like, the way I look at it, Gemini, because I have been in that situation myself. When someone doesn't live in your household, and it's really hard for them to know everything that's going on in your life, right? So, they might know your work schedule. They might know, they can call or whatever during certain times or certain boundaries that you've set. Okay. However, they don't know that you've just been on an hour phone call with this person and an hour phone call with this person before that person, right? They don't know that, oh gosh, you had to run to the grocery. You had to go pick up this person. They don't know all these details. Okay. And before you know it, your day's done. You cannot get that time back to be able to focus on these things that are going to be very important for your entire cycle. So always remember that sometimes we need to be a little selfish, but in a positive way. Okay, we need to be able to say, okay, it's crunch time. Tell anyone you need to tell. Hey, I love you, but right now it's crunch time for me because I have to do this. It's very important to me. I'm working on a project, or I'm trying to find a new job, or I would like to, whatever. And right now, I'm not going to be able to spend time on the phone with you for a while, or I'm only going to be able to text you every once in a while, whatever your situation is. But boundaries are definitely going to be important, and boundaries with yourself as well, and understanding that you do not have to feel guilty when you say no, or this is not a good time, that you mean no, and it's not a good time for you to allow other people to distract you from something. Okay, because Spirit's saying this is extremely important. I mean, think about this. It has to be very important for Spirit to show me the universe. And the first card that comes out, we have the universe. Okay, so that's definitely very important for you to know about this next 7 days. And it could also be something that you already began and still going through, or getting ready to step out of. Okay, now the next thing, we have the number 23. So again, you have angel number 23 to look up. And this says, lead the way, light your own path. Yes, see, that goes right along. Isn't that a beautiful card? But that goes right along with, creation. Okay, that being in alignment. Okay, the number one, planting the correct seeds. Making sure that whatever you're feeling is not, anguish because, oh my gosh, I've allowed all these distractions, or it's not, being overwhelmed, but it's this feeling of, oh, this is great. I'm being creative. I'm getting this task done. I'm getting all my goals. I'm getting everything checked off my list. And, this is great. And the more of those feelings you emit out into the universe, the more productivity and success is going to come back to you in that same frequency. Okay. So, but now with the number 23, so that's actually the number 5. Okay, so the number 5, that's about change. And I honestly believe this is positive change. Light up your own path. Okay, now, and usually with a change, there comes some kind of little bit of shakeup. And it doesn't have to be anything horrible, nothing like that. But there does have to be some kind of, usually, a kick in the hiney to get us going in the right direction. And I believe that's what Spirit's saying about the distractions, or, the drama, whatever, in that instant, however it resonates for you. But Spirit's saying to, now's the time to focus on you, for your goals and what you would like to accomplish and manifest into your reality, and to light your own path. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about, because listen, everybody has their opinions. And listen, Gemini, I can tell you honestly, even my own family, everybody has their own opinion. Not everybody agrees with my beliefs, the things that I've experienced. Not everyone believes it, just point blank. Okay, but you know what? That's okay, because I do. I know what my belief system is, and just because I don't believe like a lot of other people believe, around me or in my vicinity, that's okay. Okay, I have to live my path. I have to live my journey. Okay, because we're all on our own paths and journeys. And honestly, what other people say about us, that's what they think. Okay, that's not for us to focus on. Okay, because everybody's going to have an opinion. All right, but we have to be able to hold true to ourselves and learn that we don't need validation from the rest of the world. Okay, the only validation we need is between us and the Holy Divine. Okay, ourselves and the Holy Divine, and living our path that we're supposed to be living when we come here in our human bodies, to be able to experience. Okay, because nobody else can live our lives for us. All right, they might try to control us, but we are not here to be controlled by another person, not in that way. Okay, we're supposed to be able to live our lives to the fullest and have beautiful experiences. Okay, so now the next thing is, I'm going to read from the book on these two. We have 29, open intuition, seek clarification. Now remember, I said that you're either going to be seeing that of course, everyone, your frequency is going to be raising, okay? But some of you who have already began the awakening process and already like traveling or jumping different timelines, having some really what a lot of people would say strange or odd experiences. Some of you are already experiencing those things. And so that activity would increase. Others of you that have not experienced these things yet will begin experiencing things like that. Okay, so it's going to be very important, again, to keep yourselves grounded and make sure to always cover yourself, because not everything in the universe is pleasant. Okay, we have to have a balance of positive and negative. So, always remember that when you go into meditation, make sure that you do protect yourself. Okay, so this is number 29. Give me just a moment. Okay, open intuition. Seek clarification, possible misinterpretations now. Intuition is the inner voice of the soul. Opening our intuitive channels and trusting the messages that we receive can be challenging in the beginning. Not knowing how to interpret these vibes can lead to confusion. For are you really listening, or is it just your imagination? You are already intuitive. Think about the times you have felt, heard, or just known about events or insights about others or places. Those gut feelings are your primary mechanism for this natural base instinct. It might seem daunting at first, but opening your intuition can be performed in a variety of ways. Being open and trusting is the start. Meditation, visualization, or connecting to your angels or guides to assist in these processes can significantly increase your sensory perception and accuracy of vision. Over time, you may have always felt there is a force guiding you in life. You may have had a near death experience or had to face your own mortality abruptly. These moments can trigger a forceful opening that can be challenging to comprehend and understand if you have had no prior awareness of them. Yes, and that's a very good point because that's actually what happened to me as well. For those of you that don't know me, that are new to my channel, I explain this on my other channel, The Paranormal Experiencer. I do recommend that you look that up. You can see what I went through. As a child, I was born a medium and I did have clairvoyant abilities. However, did not understand that's what it was, okay? Until 2015, I had a near-death out-of-body experiences, and just what this book said, I came back to my body with abilities I did not have prior, and the abilities that I already had were like through the roof, and I had no control over any of it. Okay, so basically I would blink and I would be somewhere out of my body that fast. And I was, seeing lots of triangles and sacred geometry and equations just floating when I would blink my eyes, just all kinds of stuff. And I didn't know how to control any of this stuff. So those things do happen as well. Okay, let's see. You may be experiencing unexplained headaches, migraines, or sinus complaints. This area around your third eye and crown chakra is currently stagnant or blocked and needs to be balanced. And I have to say a little disclaimer here. If you're feeling any type of physical or emotional symptoms, please seek out a licensed healthcare professional. Okay. Right now, you must learn to decipher this internal guidance. You are receiving many messages, but are misinterpreting. Misinterpreting. Okay, you are misinterpreting their meaning. Focus on clearing your mind and resetting your psychic antenna. Remain open to receiving signs and messages as you continue to build your skills using clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. Keep an intuitive journal and record those vibes or premonitions you feel you receive. Observe these moments without judgment. Reflection will bring you confidence and help you understand and configure your interpretations of symbols, signs, and verbal messages. Okay, so a sacred crystal that this book recommends is the lapis lazuli. And I'm going to spell this out for you just in case I am mispronouncing this. It's LAPISLAZULI. Now, I know this is just a weekly reading. However, I feel like this is going to go on for quite some time, like many months for you, okay? So in this situation, for a weekly, if you have the crystal, if you really want to get the crystal, okay. But in this situation, since I feel like this is going to go on for quite some time for you, I really do recommend that you, if you can get this crystal, that might, help you along, but you don't have to. I want you to say you don't have to. You can take a regular quartz crystal, and quartz crystals are like the versatile crystal. You can intend a quartz crystal to be any other crystal. Honestly, you can do that. That's why they use quartz in watches and to make electronics and stuff, because of the memory that they can hold so much memory. Okay, so you can literally do that. Angel assistance, they recommend to ask for the assistance of Archangel Ratziel. That's Ratziel, and this is a guardian angel that assists with mystical knowledge, strengthening sensory abilities. Okay, and an affirmation that this book recommends is, I am an open channel for my soul to seek its guidance. And as always, if you have your own affirmations that you like to say, please go ahead and say those. These are just a recommendation from the book. Okay, now the next thing is angel number 31. So I'm going to give you the number 4 meaning. And this is secret temptation, being led astray. So this can, this is something that you'll want to be very careful about, because again, you're going back to distractions. What usually happens when we're on point, right? We get set, we're ready to roll, and boom, here comes that distraction, right? Okay, so this is like, it begins with distractions and your cards end with warnings of distraction. Okay, so the number 4 is basically letting you know that your guardian angels and your Holy Spirit team, they hear your heart's desires, your wants, your needs. They are there with you, and they are working behind the scenes to help you, but they are hearing you. Okay, so don't feel alone during this time. And see, the number 4 is also, that's related to the heart chakra. Okay, that's heart hurt. So, sometimes these attacks or drama caused by other people, or people not understanding, about, you increasing in your frequency, or maybe the abilities that you have, or something like that, or that you're going on your own path, right? And not doing, going on the path of how you were raised, or how your parents believed, or, others where you lived, things like that, getting ridiculed. Okay. But if you see there, right here, you have a half of an eagle on each side. Okay. Both of them have their eye open that I could see. Okay. So that's telling me clarity. Both of these eyes are open, but especially with the birds, because the birds have such keen eyesight. Okay. And that's a very big thing. When a bird has its eye open, in symbology for me, that's telling me wisdom. That's telling me seeing something with clarity. Okay. So since this is having to do with distractions, I feel like Spirit's telling you want to make sure to keep your eyes open. Let me tell you, my grandpa used to tell me, and it was one of the best things he ever said. He told me, he said, Shelley, he said, if you keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and your mouth closed, which he didn't say it that way. But if you keep your mouth closed, keep your eyes open, your ears open, you learn a lot about people. And he was right. Okay. And I live by that. So that's just a little hint here. Make sure to keep your eyes and your ears open while you're going through this next cycle, this next new beginning. Okay. And if it's not something that you are resonating with, it does not need to be in your space. Honestly, it does not, because you got to remember, this is a time that Spirit's telling you it's okay to be selfish in the right way. Okay. In self-love and getting your goals, getting your life together in alignment. Okay. Getting balance and harmony in your life, your body, mind, and spirit. Okay. And not to allow other people and their dramas, their situations, none of that. And I know it's hard, because, we want to be caring, we want to be loving, we want to help other people. But sometimes it's almost like it seems there's certain times when we're right there getting ready to shine our light and live our purpose. And everybody needs you. And then you don't get to shine and live your purpose. And that's just an attack spiritually to try to keep you from living your purpose. And Spirit's saying no more of that. It's time, Gemini. It's time for you to come out and live your purpose. Okay. And there will be people that don't like that. Okay. Just so you know. But the thing is, that's okay. Because remember, what other people think about us, that's what they think. They're allowed to think what they want. Okay. But that doesn't mean that we have to allow them in our energetic space. Okay. We can set boundaries. How much time we spend around our close loved ones who are in the lower 3D energies, okay? All right, so the number 31, secret temptation, being led astray. Accept your choices. It says, temptations can be everywhere, dependent upon your vices, and unfortunately, there will always be a temptation to the human psyche. We can learn from these vices as they teach us about our emotional triggers prior to our actions. Self-mastery is key. Risk-taking should be avoided now with careful consideration of any planning of events, career changes, or major decisions. A lack of willpower may influence your impulses. Be strict with your budgets as financial blowouts are significant now. Right now, the truth is yet to be revealed. Be cautious in lending any goods you wish to have returned, as deception is around every corner. Be mindful of any agreements or contracts at this time and seek professional advice where appropriate. If you are in a relationship, you may feel that it is at risk of a third-party influence. And please always know, third party, that does not have to mean like an intimate third party. You know, that could be a child, that can be a child's grandmother. You know, it can be so many different things. It just means a third party, a third person. It does not have to be sexual or intimate in any way, okay? Addictions such as gambling, drugs, sex, alcoholism, and even food are indicated through this card. And something else, codependency. That's one that I notice a lot of people in their books and writings, they don't add codependency, but codependency is actually an addiction, okay? And there are so many other addictions as well, not just what I've just read from the book. Being tempted by devilish behavior is leading you down a bad path. And if you're not doing something like that right now, remember you're going to be tempted. So make sure that you keep your clarity. Keep your eyes and your ears open at all times, okay? And so that you make sure that you don't go down that path. This health card encourages you to regain control of your life, building willpower and determination, using a step-by-step approach for support and encouragement. Ultimately, the temptation to be bad or let loose is having a negative effect on yourself and the people around you. And if you haven't yet, and if you were to choose the other path, then it would have a negative effect. Okay, if you are experiencing challenges with your personal habits at the moment, now is the time to develop structured and systematic coping strategies that you can lean on when you're tempted to be led astray. However, you are a conscious creator, so be accountable for your past and current choices and seek to change them in the present and in the future. All is not lost, but you must act if you wish to improve your circumstances. Continuing to ignore the problem will only make this situation worse. Professional assistance is required now. Seek a suitable health practitioner associated with your specific challenges if need be. Okay, so then this book recommends as a sacred crystal the fire agate, and the angel assistance is recommended for Archangel Zachariel or Zachariel. It's Zachariel. And this is an angel that assists with major changes, release destructive tendencies, and self-sabotage. And an affirmation that this book recommends is, I continue to make positive choices. I free my emotional burden. Very, very good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and see what Spirit wants to give you as far as a last few words of guidance before we close this reading. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, please show me, tell me, or both, what guidance would you like to give lovely Gemini before we close this reading for the next 7 days, please? What guidance would you like to give Gemini, please? Next 7 days? Ooh, okay. I'm not sure if that one, this one? No. What guidance, please? Gemini, next 7 days, Spirit. Okay, these that are falling in my lap, I do not believe these are for you. Okay, these, Spirit. Yes. Okay. More from this deck. Yes. Okay, what guidance, please, for Gemini? What guidance for Gemini Spirit? Next 7 days. Thank you. This one? Yes. More from this deck. No. Thank you. Okay. Surrender comparisons with other people. Very good. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Yes, see, this is all about, yes, being selfish, but in a positive manner, okay? It's time for you to shine. When I was up in the cosmos in that vision, okay, the stars, there were just so many stars. The stars were just, the sky was so lit, okay, with all this beautiful light. And that was the light was representing you, Gemini. Okay, it's your time to come out and start shining. And I really feel like this is why Spirit's bringing this forth, is because, you know, distractions and comparing yourself with, well, this person over here has this and you know, or looks like this, and you know, this is just me, or I'm too old, or no. Spirit's saying no. Doesn't matter. You know, sometimes age is better, right? Sometimes age is so much better, so much more experience, so much more wisdom that we can bring to others, right? Okay. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. Very beautiful, very good advice. Thank you, Spirit. Here we have surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Very nice. I need that one sometimes. I'm a Capricorn, and that's one of my life journeys, is balancing myself so that I am no longer a workaholic. That is, I honestly believe that's part of my journey, is to master that. And keep reminding myself to stop pushing so hard, stop giving myself so many projects, stop. Give myself more time to rest or to have fun. So that's definitely something beautiful. Surrender fear. Yes, all that darkness up in the cosmos, okay? Let go of the fearful stories that you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Or again, it's going to be very important, right, to ground and meditate. Whatever you're doing, as long as you're staying in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Yes. And so, like, every time. So, okay. So let's say you've set your boundaries with people. The phone rings and you're right in the middle. You're getting ready to start checking something else off that list. Your phone rings and you're like, oh, shoot. I told that person not to call me, after such and such time, and here they've forgotten and they're calling me, and now I feel bad if I don't answer the phone. What if they're sick? All these thoughts. Spirit's saying no. Okay, it's okay. Because you remember, boundaries have to start with us. And believe me, I'm right there with you, Gemini. I'm one of those people that I set a boundary, and it takes me a long time to get that boundary set with myself, to believe that it's okay that I've set that boundary. Because then I'm always thinking, oh my gosh, what if that person really needs me? Oh my gosh, this and that, and all these what ifs. And Spirit's like, quit that. You have stuff to do. Now focus. Okay? And then surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions, yes, about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. See there? Cannot make this stuff up. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely beautiful. Okay, that's everything that I have for you in this reading. I hope to see you again next week in the extended, very long monthly reading. I'll see you then, lovely Gemini. Have a beautifully lovely week. Bye-bye.